in the meantime, the Cape Coast High Court will begin hearing the election petition challenging the qualification of the MP for Assin North. The petitioner, Michael Ankoma Nimfa, is in court challenging the MP Joe Jachikwesin over his dual citizenship at the time of filing his nominations to contest the 2020 elections. Richard Kodjonyako is in court and joins us with more. Richard, what are the issues set down for trial?
Also, the issues have not been set down for trial yet, but what happened is that the substantive case of this dual citizenship involving the MP for Assin North, Joe Jachikwesin, was dealt with earlier through an interlocutory injunction, and this injunction sought to restrain him from holding himself as a member of parliament. But this particular matter is substantially and materially different from the interlocutory injunction. Same petitioner, Michael Ankoma Nimfa, is challenging the qualification of Joe Jachikwesin, the MP for the area. He says that the MP did not qualify at the time he filed his nomination to contest the 2020 election. He relies on Article 94(2)(a).
Right, Richard Kodjonyako there, joining us from the Central Region. He will be giving us a bit more detail, as he was already. Now, the interesting thing about this story is that the interlocutory injunction, which was served on Joe Jachikwesin to prevent him from holding himself as Member of Parliament, was to have taken effect on the 6th of January this year. If you would remember, on the 6th of January is when Parliament convened initially. The 8th Parliament convened for the first time from the midnight of the 7th to elect the Speaker of Parliament. If Joe Jachikwesin had not gone to Parliament that day, it is very possible we would have a different Speaker of Parliament. Now, Richard, you were giving us a bit of a background to this case. In doing that, help us understand what becomes of that injunction which was served on Joe Jachikwesin to prevent him from going to Parliament on the night of the 6th of January.
Also, Daniel, that injunction application, the court is now functus officio. That means that the court is now not closed with jurisdiction to invoke or to cite the person for contempt. What it is that the parties involved in this case would have to come and invoke the proper jurisdiction of the court for this, citing the MP for the area for violating the court order. And so the for the court is there, but it is for the parties involved to cite the man for contempt, and that in that case, then the court jurisdiction would have been properly invoked.
Have we gotten any indication from the leadership of the MPP or Michael Ankoma Nimfa whether or not they would want to invoke the jurisdiction of the court?
So, as of now, there is no indication. Today, Michael Ankoma Nimfa himself was in court, as well as the lawyers for his lawyers. But the lawyers for the respondent, that is the MP, and then the lawyers for the Electoral Commission, they were not present in court. This prompted the judge to give certain orders that all the parties involved should be present in court on the 25th and the 24th of March. That is the agenda date. The lawyers are also to bring up their proposed issues so that the proper issues will be set down for the hearing of the matter. And so that is what has really happened in court. The judge indicated that he wants an expeditious trial, and so the parties involved should cooperate so that they can get the case done with.
Okay, so everything is on hold till the 25th. Is that the case?
Yes, everything is on hold, but it is not actually on hold because they would have to prepare their issues, then they propose it to the court, then they will agree. So they will iron out the various disagreements and differences, and then it will guide the trial. So when they are coming on the 24th and the 25th, that is where they are expected to bring their proposed issues. Then the case will be actually set down for actual trial. The petitioner, Michael Ankoma Nimfa, is basing his claim or his petition on the People's Representation Act, the Constitution, and then the CI 127. He says that at the time the MP filed his nomination to contest, he did not qualify. That claim is being contested by the respondent, who said that it is not at the time of filing, but at the time the person is being sworn in as a member of Parliament. So we guess that one of the issues which would come out will be whether or not the MP really, the person qualifies to be a member of Parliament, before filing or at the time of filing, or the person qualifies to be a member of parliament at the time of being sworn in as the member of parliament.
Richard Kojo-Nyako, thank you very much for joining us with those updates. Now, former Deputy Energy Minister and Member of Parliament for Karagat, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam says Tullow Oil has announced a $370 million development drilling campaign to explore our oil reserves. This move is to ensure that government generates more revenue before the fall of oil prices. He also indicates that government is in the process of reviewing contractual agreements with the existing oil companies and also to attract more investors to assist with the exploration of our resources. He was speaking in Parliament in response to concerns from civil society organizations.
The energy sector faced unprecedented financial crisis under the NDC government, which could not even support procurement of fuel to operate the power plants. President Akufo-Addo has not only found the means to secure fuel supplies over the last 3.5 years, but has also cleared all government debt owed to ECG. We have fully redeemed over $1 billion of debt accrued by John Mahama and the previous NDC government from the bulk oil distribution companies. To sustain cash flow in the energy sector and avoid further accumulation of debt, we are currently implementing the cash waterfall system. We have also provided relevant national infrastructure for the energy sector, including the gas reverse flow project, which now allows us to flow up to 120 million scf of gas per day from Takoradi to Tema, thereby reducing our reliance on Nigeria gas. Ladies and gentlemen, more is being done today. For example, the National Hybrid Power System, which is ongoing at Bui, and the Palugu Integrated Project in the north, will together increase solar power penetration by 100 megawatts. And more will be done to move Ghana closer to our national renewable energy target in the generation mix. Fellow Ghanaians, when you give us a second term to serve you, we will, inshallah, provide more critical infrastructure for the energy industry, reduce distribution losses, improve reliability in power supply, and increase power and natural gas exports to the sub-region. We will enforce competitive procurement of power projects and minimize excess capacity charges through ongoing negotiations. We will continue to pursue our plan to develop Ghana into a regional petroleum hub in the Western region. A bill for the establishment of the Petroleum Hub Corporation is currently under parliamentary consideration. We will even more pursue relevant reforms in the upstream sector and provide incentives for the revival of exploration